I'm curious with guys like you, like how do you find each other in a school that's probably got so many talented people?
Well, we were all vocal majors, first off, because, you know, in performing arts, you have majors that you pick up. You get, you know, creative writing, drama, instruments, dance, and vocals, music, choir, whatever you want to call it. And we were all vocal majors there. And what's funny is that Nate, who's the first guy that went to the high school, he came in 85. I came in 86. Wanye came in 87. And Michael at the time came in 85 too. Yeah. I was next to last of getting in because Wanye got in before me and he came into the school after me because no one knew I existed. I was a geek and I was very quiet. I was like one of those, I was, you know, just skinny, frail guy that, you know, played Dungeons and Dragons with all the degenerates. And, you know what I mean?
You still play?
Yeah. I haven't played in a long time.
Whoa.
But I would love to.
I know some dudes got some leagues and some underground.
I played the Marvel version, though.
Oh, cool.
I played the Marvel version.
Nice.
I had a whole book, composition book, you know, the black and white book in the front. And I had all my powerful guys, and I would name them and all this other shit. No, I was deep into geekdom. I still am, actually. I'm a big comic book reader. I love comic books. And
I played Wolverine at Universal Studios for 5 years.
How about that?
Yeah, I don't know if you're starstruck right now or not, but
I am. Can I have your autograph?
Maybe the closest you'll get to the real Wolverine.
Right, exactly. At least I hope not.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we all met and we all got into the group at different points. Nate already had a previous group and those guys graduated. So he was looking to recruit some new guys.
Real quick, are people, when they're in this school, is it almost kind of understood and assumed that like you're looking to form a group out of school? No. Okay.
No, it was just honestly
trying to get the skills.
Yeah, it was we were all, you know, lovers of music and loved to sing, and we all all of us came from different backgrounds. And when I say it was 75 people in that choir, and all of those motherfuckers could sing. They were amazing. All of them. Every single one of them. Every one of them could have been discovered. Every one of them could have had a record deal. They were all amazing. Like, amazing. Like, we would, and this, hey, call it a flex or not, but at that time, that choir could blow any other choir away. But, like, hands down.
Wow, dude.
We would murk everybody.
Where would you go? Yeah.
It was crazy.
You were blowing the roof off.
Yeah.
And you guys would do a full 75 performing somewhere?
Yeah.
That's incredible,
like,
dude.
Nuts.
Is there footage of this somewhere? No.
I'm sure it is, but, you know, that was in the realm of VHS tapes.
That's right. Pre-media. Yeah.
You know, things that nature.
Sure.
Somebody would have to dig that out. Yeah. But yeah, so we all met, you know, and again, Nate was recruiting certain people. He recruited Wanye first. There was another member by the name of Mark Nelson that was in the group.
Yep.
And then I got in a group by accident because for some strange phenomenon, my music teacher at the time, Mr. Dumpson.
Wow, you never
Mr.
forget.
Donald Dumpson.
Dude, what a music teacher name.
Yes. He was amazing.
Mr. D?
Mr. D.
Yeah.
And he found out, for some reason, I don't even know if he found, I don't know what the fuck, I don't know how to fuck. But anyway, he chose me to sing a solo, right? Which gave me all types of anxiety, right? He had me come in lunchtime to sing this particular song. It was a gospel record called Love Said Not So. And I sang it. I guess he was impressed. He's like, man, you sound pretty good. Okay, cool. So that was it. I thought that was it. Okay. Like,
weight lifted once you did your first solo?
I was like, well, in front of him.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, cool, whatever. I don't know what he did that for me for, right? So the whole choir's here. So he's playing some music. Then all of a sudden he says, Shawn, come up on stage. When you say my heart dropped out of my ass, I was sitting there like, yo, what is he doing?
Get the fuck out of here.
So I'm walking up, about to shit myself. You know what I mean? I stand up on stage. I sing the song, right? Now, there's a thing that happens, and I'm sure it happens with you, where when you're on stage, you don't see the crowd. You don't see anything. You just see blurbs and images and whatever.
Yeah.
You zone out.
Yeah.
I guess I fell out of that trance, and when I fell out and I looked around, everybody was like this.
Oh, God.
Like, I didn't even know this nerd could sing.
Yeah.
This dweeb can sing.
So
like,
they're
you know
blown
what I'm
away.
Yeah. So I get off stage, and Nate comes to me and say, hey, man, I'm forming this group. You want to be a part of this group?
The fuck out of here. Donald Dumpson is the reason.
Real talk. Because they didn't know. They thought I was just a nerd that hung around other nerds.
Bro,
And
that's fucking nuts.
yeah. And he just said, "You want to be a part of this group I'm putting together?" And I was like, yeah, fuck it. And that was it.
Now, let me ask you this. First of all, that's insane. Thanks for sharing that. Did the confidence from doing that solo give you confidence to say yes to joining the group? Or were you already in a space where you were like, yeah, singing in a group feels good because I got strength in numbers, I got backup?
It was just like,
Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I think it was more so, it wasn't even that. It was just like, sure,
yeah,
sounds nice.
yeah.
And
I'm down to do stuff.
that's it. That's it. Like, it wasn't.
Because you're not thinking that it's going to
No,
be the fucking
none of us did.
biggest
Like, you know,
group of all time. Yeah.
I just hung around guys that loved music like I did. And when we started harmonizing for the first time, it was almost like crack. We got to keep singing like it felt. It was it hit every sensor
Take me through that
in
first
your
day.
body. Yeah, like we sang like a New Edition song, and we all just picked the notes. And when we harmonized, like no bullshit, we all just looked at each other and went,
Oh, shit.
holy
Yeah,
shit,
my
that
voice
sounded
jammed with
good.
your voice. Yeah.
Like it sounded, we were like, yo,
Is that really how you sing? Because that sounds good with how I sing.
Real talk.
Yeah.
And we would just keep singing the same harmony like 10, 20, 50 times or whatever. And we'd be like, yo, this is nice. And thus the group was formed.
Wow, dude.
Mm-hmm.
New Edition, man. Used to roller skate to that shit before you guys popped
Word.
on the scene.
Exactly.
Wait, what? Okay, so then once you get the aha moment of like, all right, this is the real deal. Is there do you go home and kind of go, all right, like I need to make sure now that that I take care of my business at school, like I take care of myself because this is now going to be my life.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
Did Nate kind of say, since he put the group together, like, hey, let's all look at each other. We're committing to this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was literally Nate kind of, we had like a manager at that time or whatever, and we kind of found him through some mutual friends, and we kind of just did gigs around the city, mostly funerals. We sang at funerals.
God, those must have been the most poppin' funerals of all time. Holy shit.
We sang at
You
funerals
guys-
and
People were wiping those tears away real quick.
We did talent shows around
Yeah.
the city, and at the time too, there were a lot of other local groups that were doing their thing at the same time because everybody wanted to be New Edition. So
They did, right?
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
kind of the...
Yeah. That was the thing. So you had a lot of rival groups, and we would all do the same talent shows and the same, So it was a breeding ground at that point for singer groups at that time, and it just kind of started to bubble, and Nate knew a gentleman by the name of Charlie Mack. Charlie Mack was the security guard for Will Smith. Well, he was the Fresh Prince at the time.
Yeah.
And Jazzy Jeff, and Charlie said, "Hey man, I need y'all to meet Will." So this goes into the story of how we got discovered. There was this radio show called The Powerhouse, Power 99 back in back then, that was holding this. You ever see those radio shows where they invite a bunch of artists?
Oh, yeah.
And, all that other stuff.
Yeah.
And this is around the time where Belle Biv DeVoe was announcing that they were going to be Belle Biv DeVoe.
Wow.
Right? So they were there, but we were there to meet Will. Charlie didn't show up. So somehow we got into the venue with no ticket. We got backstage with one pass. Some nice lady, had to be an angel. I don't know who this lady is to this day. One of the guys asked her for her backstage pass, and we just alternated, right? And we all got in, right? We all got backstage. And just when the last guy got into the backstage area, Belle Biv DeVoe got off stage, about to walk off and go. We went to Ricky Bell first and asked, "Hey, can we sing for you?" He asked for a demo tape. "Do you have a demo tape?" It's like, "No, we don't have a demo tape." He's like, "Well, just have a demo tape and I'll listen to you." Biv, who we did not know, he just got a production deal with Motown 3 months prior to find acts, right? So we ran into him and said, "Mike, can we sing for you?" He said, "Can you sing now?" He said, "Absolutely." So we gathered around, and we are in the midst of Keith Sweat, Paula Abdul, Kid and Play. All those people were there.
What the fuck?
And we sang "Can You Stand the Rain" by New Edition. And he was impressed. He gave us his number. And a year later, we were signed to Motown. And, there it is.